Hey, Janette Barber, Daily Woodie. So, I lost my bra. Well, I actually lost all of my bras. I am out here today doing the Woodie. Woo! Don't worry, they're small. I'm not going to hurt anyone, but they are loose and flapping because I cannot find a single bra. I've got 6 bras that I like and a drawer filled with bras that I hate. So I'm definitely saving those. Yeah, the ones I like, they're called pepper bras or something like that. That's the right. I saw them on Facebook, and they're for women who are flat. And because if you're small, regular bra. Look at this. It was completely gray 2 seconds ago. I thought it was about to rain. Oh, I wish you could see it over there. That's where the rain is going to be. Over there. Oh, look, Bigfoot. I'm so sorry you missed it. Actually, I think that's just my neighbor who forgot to shave her legs. But still, it's an interesting view. Oh, I love it when the sun comes out right after a thunderstorm and it's all gray like this. Anyway, we were talking about my underwear. So I thought we would call this episode Braless in Baltimore. I know it's not Baltimore, but Braless in Central Park sounds like something you ought to read on the summons. So I think we have to change that. But I gotta find my stupid bras. I don't understand how do you lose your underwear in your own apartment? You know, I know how you lose it. If you run screaming from the room after having picked up a dog in a bar at night after way too much tequila. Not that ever happened to me, but I do read. And that would make sense to me. But I'm not losing them in the park. They're not falling off of me. I'm not shooting them up into the trees. I have no idea where my freaking underwear is. So that's why today is Braless in Baltimore. And they're not inexpensive bras, but there's less room in them, because that's the thing. In a normal bra, for someone that, you know, is more than, you've seen a small button mushroom. Anyway, don't visualize this. I don't think it's good for you. But in any normal bra that you buy in a regular old store, I have enough room on each side. They're like luggage, you know, or a pet carrier. So that comes in handy, you know, if I want to bring the Ferret. But on the other side, I usually like to carry a snack, you know, maybe a tuna sandwich and some chips. But that varies, because, you know, like right now, if we could go to the Lower East Side and go to Katz's Deli, I would not be getting a tuna sandwich. I would get a big pastrami sandwich and a pickle. I'm salivating, and I would just shove that right in there, because those sandwiches are big. They can last all day. If you have never been to Katz's Deli, you've got to go. Bring a big bra so that you have that extra room. But I don't know. I don't know how I am now reduced to braless in Baltimore. Because, you know, I do, as I say, want to be porn worthy. So, not that I like pornography. I really don't like pornography, because I think it's disgusting. Only because I find the human form completely loathsome. And there's nothing abnormal about me. I'm sure I'm very, very healthy. But, yeah, gross. No one wants to look at that. I understand that there are times you want to be involved with that. But that's why God made turning off the lights. His wisdom is, it is everywhere. And he knows all, which sometimes make you confuse him with Santa, but he's not. It's a very different person there. But I did have a porn job, of course. But only for a little while. And but it paid well. It's true. I'm actually not making this up. I was a sex worker, but of course I kept all of my clothes on, and nobody touched me. There was this thing. It was in the late '80s. All the women comics were doing this because there was this place, and they would pay you like $100 for a 30-second spot, which in those days was a freaking fortune, because we were getting cab fare at the club at night. So, and you didn't talk to anybody. You just read a script that was written for you. You didn't have to make up your own filth. And it was soft porn. You'd be saying stuff like, and then I saw him come near me and his sack of jewels was pulsating, or, you know, stuff like that. And some guys, of course, wrote them. and there was if you had to have oral sex, they would give you a little Dixie cup of water. You'd put your fingers in the water and then stick it up here all slurpy and talk so that it sounded like you were talking with a wiener in your mouth, which is often when I like to begin a story. So, but I didn't get I didn't have the job very long at all. I got fired. I got fired when the guy called to fire me. He told me that it was because my orgasms weren't good enough. He said it sounded like I was in pain. So that was a comeuppance. It does not feel good to be told that your orgasms aren't even good enough for some pervert in Peoria to whack off to. But it's okay. I recovered from that. But that was my life as a sex worker. Oh, I did also one time almost get arrested for prostitution. I think it might have been the first time I was on a plane. I was sitting in front of the Bellevue Stratford in Philadelphia before it became a disease hole of Legionnaire's disease, and waiting for the airport shuttle because I was going to go to South Carolina, North Carolina, one of the Carolinas. They seem to have so many here, and with a friend, and with a couple of friends to meet a family member. And I'm sitting there, and there's other women. I'm there with my suitcase, little sundress with little bows here, and this woman came over, and she said, "Can I pretend I'm with you? We're hookers, and the detectives are coming." And I'm all women's rights. Certainly. Oh my goodness, nice bag. What do you say? I'm all of 19 years old, maybe 20. I don't know. Hope you had a good night last night. What? And then the detectives, they did pull up, and then they come up and they arrest all the girls, and then they try to arrest me. And I could not have looked less like a hooker. I look far more like a hooker now. And they continued to try to arrest me until I started to cry. And then they let me go. So if you are a hooker and you're watching, one of the things detectives apparently believe is that hookers don't cry. So that's what I give to you today. Take off your bra, be braless, and cry if someone tries to arrest you. God. I feel like I've done some good today. See you tomorrow. Share if you like it.